Whoa, hold on. We're not there yet, but don't worry, we will. Welcome to my high school experience, the greatest show. And no, that does not mean that I've peaked in high school. It means that I am 18 years old and I've spent majority of my time in high school, and so far, this has been my greatest show. And what does everyone come to a show for? Exactly, the events. And here are a couple of my greatest events for my show. Basketball has been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember. All the way back in the rec days where Rock and I used to embarrass kids, to all the way up into last year where Bishop Miege embarrassed us. But overall, basketball has taught me so much about life. It taught me how to work hard and fall in love with something. It also brought me closer to people I never thought I would be close with, including some of my best friends to this day. The next one is being a part of the track team. Joining track has been one of the best things that I've ever done in high school. I love running the hurdles race with all my body, even if it is killing my knees. When I'm running, I feel free, I feel fast, and I feel like that is where I'm meant to be. Track has brought me even closer to friends that I would never even talk to otherwise, and I love it, I love it, I love it. But track is not basketball. After this year, I can't just go to the rec and run hurdles whenever I miss it. Once I graduate, my track career is over, so I'm going to love every minute of every day that I can say that I'm on the track team. My last one is video class. I signed up for DMT in Video Production 1 because I just thought it was something that I could do and it'd be an easy yay. I never thought that something as easy as randomly choosing an elective could impact my life so much. I instantly fell in love with everything that Rob was doing and I needed to be a part of it. Getting accepted into Video 2 has been one of the best things that could ever happen to me. I've learned so much through this class, like how to work with people and how to make a freaking video. That is a skill that I'll take with me with the rest of my life. I don't even see it as a class, I see it as more as a sports team. I don't have classmates, I have teammates. After a few more weeks, I will never be a part of another class like that, and I cannot think of words to express how grateful I am that I've been able to take part in this program.
You have video on camera.
And with that note, let's have a quick message from my sponsors, my family. I wouldn't be anything close to the person I am today without my family. They taught me how to be a good person, and I can't thank them enough for that. They taught me that it doesn't matter what you have in life as long as you have people in your life that make you happy. Possessions don't equal happiness, and they don't make you better than someone who has a lot. Now, that makes it sound like we're homeless. We're definitely not. However, most of you did see what car I drove a majority of my life. But seriously, I can't thank my family enough for everything they've done for me. I love them all so much, except Jacob sometimes. But a show this great would be nothing if it weren't for the people that act in it. Here are a couple of the people that made an impact in my life. Rock Jerome. Rock and I have been through a lot together. That's what happens when you've been best friends for as long as we have. Through 2 growth spurts, 2 brace faces, 1 broken ankle and a broken knee, not to mention me dusting you in the weight room. We stuck by each other. And it's funny to think about none of this would have ever happened if you hadn't have gotten stuck on a video game in the 6th grade. Those of you who don't know, way back in middle school, Rock was stuck on a video game level and couldn't beat it by himself. So, Rock being who he is, invited me over to spend the night. I mean, at the time, we were friends through rec league basketball, but we weren't spend the night friends. So I thought he must have wanted to get closer. But no, he just wanted someone to beat his game for him, which I did. But that night also did make us great friends, and after all these years, we've only grown closer. I can't wait to see what wild rides we'll have all these years to come in Emporia. As Drake said,
"You my right hand, you my go-to."
But seriously, you're my brother. I love you, buddy. Matthew Beckham, my guy. One of my best friends on this planet. You're one of the funniest guys I've ever met, and you know just what to say to crack me up. Sports has certainly brought us closer than I ever thought we would, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, my man. We've had some great times together, and you're one of the people that I'm going to miss the most in a couple of months when we all go our separate ways. Love you, bud. Jaden Pierce. Jaden, my man, we've been friends forever, but thanks to basketball, we've grown to be best friends through high school. When we're together, the jokes fly, and even the dumbest ones crack us both up. I'm glad basketball made us as close as we are, and I can't wait to see you strike out some bums down the pitching mound over in Missouri. You're gonna do big things, bro, and I'm excited to see what you can do. Emily Watson. Emily, we've had our ups and downs. Gavin and Jake. You both have grown to be one of my best friends at around the same time, and I'm glad you guys did. You both have taught me a lot about trucks, whether I've wanted to or not, and you guys both have taught me to try new things, whether I've wanted to or not. Getting tased at Gavin's basement is one that comes to mind when I think of the ones that I didn't want to do. And I know what you're both thinking, and yes, it was awesome. I'd do anything for you guys, and I think y'all would do the same. Jake, I wish we would have gotten as close as we are a lot sooner, and Gavin, I definitely wish you would have moved here a lot earlier. Love you guys. Camden Willits. Cameron, there's a lot of things I could say here, and it's really hard for me to find the right ones to say. You and I have been through so much together, man. We've literally been friends since the 2nd grade. We've seen each other through our ups and downs, and you've always been there for me when I needed you the most. When we've gotten into debates with other people, we're willing to go down swinging for each other, and I love that for us. It's crazy how much alike we think. Most of the time we know what each other is going to say before they say it. I've made some mistakes in life, and so have you, and we've always been there for each other when we needed each other the most. I can't think of words to display how grateful I am for you being my friend. Sure, we bicker every now and then, but that's what brothers do. That's what families do. And that's what we are, buddy. We're family. I can't wait to see what you'll accomplish in life. I love you, bud, and I'm gonna miss you so much next year. Coach Deardy, we've certainly spent some time together over the past 4 years. Although my parents taught me a lot of the big things in life, you're the one who taught me about the little things. And as everyone who plays for you should know, it's the little things that matter. I've never had your class before, but I've probably learned more from you than most other teachers in the school. It's been a fun 4 years learning from you, Coach. Mr. Kellner, I feel like every time we talk, you either tell me a funny joke or you're handing me a flyer telling me to join the cycling club. Going into my junior year, I wasn't that thrilled about math, but you made it easier and more fun for me. You and Mrs. Swan have been a big influence on me going to college to be a math teacher, and I'm not too worried about after seeing you after high school because I'm sure I'll run into you running or cycling on the side of a road sometime. See you, buddy. Mr. Jackson, I've had you for 2 years now, and I honestly couldn't tell if you liked me or not until this year. I just had no idea where I stood, except that one time where you told me you weren't sure if I should take Comp 2 this year. I'm just kidding, but seriously, I'm really glad that I did end up taking it for a couple reasons. I feel like we've grown a lot closer this year, and not only did you introduce me to my new favorite book, but you gave us our own copy. I will read Frankie Presto a number of more times in my life, and I will think of this class every time. Hashtag nostalgia. Rob, I've had you for 4 years now, so you've had the pleasure of watching me grow up. You've had a lot of talk. I learned a lot from you, both inside and outside the class, and I just really hope that I've made you proud of the person I've become. Thanks, Rob. To Mr. Tharp, if you would have asked me who had been my favorite teacher in all of high school going into my freshman year, I would never have guessed you. I would say that it had to be someone I've had for multiple years. You've made your impact on just one. The first time I met you, I was just a little freshman in summer weights, and you yelled at me because I was doing the wrong thing, and you terrified me. And I thought that we were not going to get along, and I did not like the thought of going into your class. But I had no idea that that one guy that yelled at me would eventually be the guy who made me so interested in history, or the guy who would sit down with me and help me plan out my future step by step, the guy who inspired me to be a teacher. I especially didn't think you'd be the guy who would turn out to be one of my best friends in the school. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't see you as a teacher anymore. I see you as a real friend and someone I can go to in this building if I need anything. Thank you for being someone I look up to and being someone I can talk to. You've taught me so much about life in general, and I respect the hell out of you, man. Thank you for everything, Mr. Tharp, and I hope you eventually can see the world one day. Love you, man. All right, and without further ado, ladies and gents, this is the moment you waited for.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what can gather. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer. Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fun.